Call 7 investigation leading to felony charges for a former Denver Human Services caseworker. 7 News uncovering that worker never met with a family as assigned to check on Natalie Skinner Hurst. The infant died in July. Her mother, Kelsey Newell Skinner, charged with her murder. And DHS and police would have never known about all this were it not for Call 7 investigator John Ferrugia, who first uncovered that the caseworker likely falsified her reports. And John, you expected these charges.
I did, Eric. DHS was initially called in on this case after little Natalie's mother tested positive for drugs when Natalie was born. Now, that caseworker, Rotchana Madera, was assigned to evaluate the family. But our investigation found, despite DHS denials, she never showed up. Rotchana Madera is charged with forgery and tampering with evidence, both felonies, as well as official misconduct. The Denver DA now alleges, as we first uncovered, that Madera falsified information in official files saying she had met with the family 3 times over several weeks after the case was referred to DHS. But 5 months ago, shortly after Natalie's death, we found Madera never checked on her.
I expected them at the hospital, at the house, maybe even a phone call. I never got one.
Jonathan Hurst is Natalie's father. DHS officials never checked with him, even though he lived in the home where the caseworker was to visit.
I think if they would have came, they would have gave us the right resources to help our family out.
After our initial reports, DHS officials charged in a written press release that our stories were wrong, that the caseworker had investigated and evaluated Natalie over 3 visits with the family. But then, after we aired more stories, DHS Director Penny May began backpedaling, citing problems in the official state record known as trails.
We see the inconsistencies in between the trails record and the external records.
At that point, the case was turned over to the Denver police and the DA. The criminal investigation charged what we reported, that Rotchana Madera had in fact failed to do her job and lied about it. Now, in a written statement, DHS Chief Penny May called this a, quote, unfortunate case and claimed that it was DHS that has held the 27-year-old caseworker accountable. The case has also been reviewed by the state child welfare ombudsman, but the DA has asked that his report be withheld until the murder case of Kelsey Newell Skinner is complete. I'm Call 7 investigator John Ferrugia.